Thank you for the opportunity to present Not Alive. And where here I go. I'm going to speak about the film And Breathe Normally. This is an Icelandic film directed by Isolde Ugadottir. And I believe it's a migrant film and a feminist film. This shot is from one of the opening scenes. We're going to see like depressing dark colors prevailing, dark blue, gray, greenish, and even though the main protagonist Lara is gonna leave this house, but at the beginning of the movie, the scene is gonna be repeated very frequently. Uh, Setting loneliness in the city. She is Lara in the middle of the screen, and we can see the props, yellow bags, yellow traffic signs, the subway sign over there, yellow, green, and her red Golf. The red Golf is going to be very important in the movie. Uh, we're always gonna see her alone, and this scene is important because of that, because she's coming out from the supermarket and we see her car is the only one in the street, which is something unusual or possibly unreliable. You won't believe her car is the only one on the street. The same happens when she's going to pick up her son at the school. Her car is the only one on the parking lot. So this is not real. This is a symbol, and the symbol is that she is alone. No? Uh, Again, when she leaves her department, we're gonna see her red Golf alone in the parking lot outside the departments. So by this point, we are gonna realize that all the settings are real life locations, and that the intention of the director is gonna make us feel that Lara and her son Elder are alone in the world. This is most relevant. The first night they spent alone out of the department. They have to leave the department because she has no money to pay for it. And here they are, the Golf, all alone in the plains, dark sky, almost black ground, and the city is on the back. So the feeling I assume the director wants to share is that she's in the city, she's surrounded by people, but she is alone. And in a Nordic mood, the welfare state is over there, is backing her, but is not really there. No, this is the art of the movie, I think. Again, the setting is going to be repeated very frequently from different points of view. We can see the departments with the colorful ceilings, but the greenish and bluish sky, giving us the feeling that we are almost alone. Setting indoors. Well, we're gonna see lots of times in the indoors that beige and blues, light blues predominate in the indoors. To the left, there's Lara, and to the right, there's Adja, the immigrant. Adja has this very different hairstyle, and always both of the ladies, both of the protagonists of the movie, are gonna have a sad smile and sad eyes. I think this is a very good point from the author, from the director. No? This is Lara inside her bedroom. We can see the beige on the back, and the clothes are gray, and of course no makeup, or the intention from the author to show the audience that there is no makeup. When Adja is retained in an immigrant housing and a man is showing her up around, we can see the man is also wearing no makeup, or the intention is for us to see that he's not wearing makeup. Something that I felt very curious here is that the director's intention is to show us Adja closer to us than the rest of the characters. So every time Adja appears, she's gonna be closer to us. Here it is another setting in the inside, beige and light blues predominating on the back, and gray colors on the clothes. Here, beige on the clothes of Adja, and blue on the back, but also beige, with a solid lining applied almost all the times Adja appears. Certainly to contrast her to the Icelandic people. The hair, Adja's hair is also very different, a statement to make her different from the locals, from the Icelandic people. On this scene on the immigrants' housing provided by the Icelandic welfare state, we can see her with a beige background and wearing light blue. Again, I think the colors is not coincidence, and if it's coincidence, it may be unconscious for the director to make it. Finally, even when Adja appears with other characters, she gets a medium shot. She appears closer than the others. Again here, beige, blue, light blue, and the others wearing dark clothes. And as you can see, she is not happy to be here in this immigration office. Well, an analysis of the film. This is a migrant film called Accented Cinema by Hamid Nafisi, which is a response to the experience of displacement. Of course, the experience of displacement is related to Adja and her deterritorialized living situation. She's caught up, she's captured, she's not able to move out of Iceland. So this is a displacement narrative, but it also shows us two very frequent Nordic tropes in the literature and the cinema. The welfare state failure, but in this case it fails very differently by saving the immigrant and condemning the local. And drugs. There are always drugs. Well, not always, but it's a very recurrent trope on Nordic cinema and literature. There's a different treatment for the other, but in this movie the other seems to be the local at certain points, because Adja saves Lara by allowing her to sleep into the immigrant's house. And even though by doing this, we are going to see that the dominant culture is bankrupt in this place, a characteristic of the immigrant film. The irony of the movie is that Lyra identifies Adja's passport as fake, so Adja is retained in Iceland, but Adja will allow Lara to sleep in the immigrant's home, so she's gonna save Lara. So by condemning Adja, Lara saves herself. The welfare state works in mysterious ways. This is a special film, I believe, and I'm going to tell you why I think this film is special. Because the final redemption for the protagonist and the salvation from for the other come in a very happy situation. The world of the immigrant is polarized with the local, but the local's world is not better than the immigrant's world. So this is not going to happen on all immigrants movies. The identification with both protagonists is very well done. You do not know if you are identifying yourself with Adja or with Lara, the immigrant or the local. The final message is hope for humanity, and it is engaging you in new forms of identification. Finally, this is a beautiful movie, and that's the feeling I would like to share. So thank you very much. Now Maddie and Simi are gonna keep on with this. See you on Monday.